Hey,
flosstube. We're the Stitchin' Misfits.
Coming at you from Chez Hanan again.
Yes, the Hanan Shack. After the Dallas Quilt Show, we've had a very busy day today.
Started at 9 o'clock this morning.
Yeah.
I think you probably started earlier because you did.
I started earlier because I went to my ham radio Saturday breakfast we do, and then met up with Hanan, and then we finished up the there was a little Lucky Charm quilt shop hop. Basically went to get free patterns, check out some new quilt stores, and be entered to win this what was that thing?
Fancy cricket silhouette
cameo. Yes,
cuts fabric and
it's really super fanciful. So that's what we did. So if we're a little tired, sorry if we're not so perky.
Ooh,
yeah.
It was a lot of walking at the quilt show.
A lot of walking. So
what we got the itis.
Oh, we totally have the itis. We are stove up and everything.
Yeah, we came back here and laid on the floor for like 30 minutes. We watched Maggie Crafting Korea.
Yep. We watched her latest video, which y'all should go watch her if you haven't. We totally recommend her.
Taught us some new Korean words.
Mm-hmm.
So that was fun. So what we drinking?
Today, our tea of the day.
Adagio.
Adagio, of course. This is, let's see, Fiery Cinnamon Spice. So let me read you what's in this thing. First of all, you smell this. And it smells like big red gum. Like a lot of big red gum. So, the ingredients are cinnamon bark. Notice it says cinnamon bark before black tea. Cinnamon bark, black tea, cinnamon ground, orange peels, natural spicy cinnamon flavor, and cloves. Little sample pack that Miss Hanan got when she reordered a crap ton of Earl Grey Bella Luna recently.
2 bags. The fog is rolling here.
The fog's rolling into her place. She is addicted.
It is a deep London fog.
She is like her crack. So, we brewed this bad boy, and these are Hanan's mugs. It's an I.
For my husband's name, and then H for me. These are Anthropologie. I did not buy them. They were a gift. A wedding gift.
Say, that's really fancy.
Yeah, they're Anthropologie. Yeah, they're Anthropologie.
Wow, we don't shop there.
No, we don't.
We're not. Hey, a backpack just fell. Yeah,
and it did not sound like his laptop was in there. Where's his work laptop?
I don't know.
I bet he left it at the school.
Oh, well. Oh. That's his laptop. He can take care of that. So, we brewed this tea and tried it with just a little bit of sugar crystals. And I thought it still tasted like big red gum. Like really strong big red gum.
Like we were at the Willy Wonka Big Red Gum Factory. Big red gum.
And the schnozberries not tasting like schnozberries. They're tasting like big red gum. So I was just like...
Or atomic fireballs.
Yes, the candy.
Kind of tastes like that too.
Oh my gosh. And so Hanan's like, I don't think it'd be better with milk. And I'm like, let's try it with milk because maybe it'll go for like a horchata type taste. If you don't know what that is, that's basically a Mexican drink that's sort of cinnamony milk.
And rice?
I think so.
Doesn't horchata have rice? It's a rice milk.
It's like a
cinnamony
rice
milk.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's try and do like a horchata type thing. And I had to add a fair amount of milk, and it actually tastes good now.
Yeah, and it does kind of have that horchata-y, less chunky feel.
Yes, way calmer than the Big Red that we first tried it. So if you're gonna drink this tea, drink it with lots of milk.
We suggest milk.
Yes, definitely.
I posted, on Adagio, if you're an Adagio person, if you share your purchase, like I shared it on Facebook, that I bought my crack. I shared, and I got to pick a freebie. And plus, I think you get to pick a freebie if you spend over so much, but you definitely get to pick one if you share out that you bought.
Yeah, at the end of your order, they'll be like, "Hey, if you share that you ordered to your Facebook account, we'll throw in a free sample for you."
Your choice, usually.
Yeah, they usually get.
And I saw fiery cinnamon, and I thought, fiery cinnamon spice, and I thought, I like cinnamony tea, so let's try this. And I got it, and I opened it, and I saw you can see red in there. It's probably like from the cinnamon bark.
Oh Lord, yes.
Yeah,
very deep red.
You can see it. I was like, is there cayenne in here? Because it's red.
It's fiery. It is hot cinnamon. So, but not so bad with milk. So
it's like cinnamon challenge in a cup.
Yeah, it's a cinnamon challenge in a cup. Oh Lordy.
It's good. So
It's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So we should start. We usually start with our whips, don't we?
Our whips.
Whips.
And you know what? Okay, so I have a whip. I have. Yeah, well, you guys know I have other whips too.
Lots of whips. Flosstube.
Well, it is no big deal. Okay, so I had started, and I've shown you this in the past. My Tudor Rose Sampler Guild badge. Okay. That's where I started it before, and it just wasn't right. I was trying to do it 1/1, and I was stupid, and anyway. So I restarted it, and it looks much better. Now, of course, I'm just doing the red portion of the rose right now, and like I said, just restarted it last night. Trying to get some old whips that I have done before I start anything else. So I guess my year of whips. I don't have that many.
Lifetime of whips.
Well, I do have my Let's Go on an Adventure, which was on linen, and I wasn't feeling it because I was having to concentrate way too much. But now I can read linen, guys. Woohoo!
Yay!
I can
She's
look
leveled
at
up.
I can look and go, oh, my next stitch goes right there, and I'm learning. I'm getting a little better at like counting over the spaces. So I had to count over into that area right there. I was one off, and I had to come back and rip back and make sure it lined up. Get it.
Got it.
So counting is still a little bit of an issue with me, like the empty spaces. But I've heard several people say that counting those blank spaces is a little more challenging.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it being challenging, but I can definitely read where my next stitch is supposed to go. So
that's important.
if I don't have to count over more than 3 or 4, I'm okay.
Yep.
So if I have to count over a lot, screw that. I'm not doing it. Just not. Oh, can you reach the hoop? That's my other wheel. Sorry. Sorry.
You didn't prep.
I didn't prep.
You didn't prep.
Well, I thought I did. I just didn't grab my whips. And this is my Valcom from Modern
Folk embroidery?
Yeah. And as you can see, okay, I started in the middle, and I worked this flower over, and then down and up, and then I came back and I'm working down, and so like counting that much space, not doing it. So yeah, so I've got a little bit more to go down here, and then I'm gonna go up and do, and then welcome, and then the border. I think there's a bottom border. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And I'd show a picture, but I don't have it. So the pattern somewhere. It's in a Ziploc bag. Who knows?
Somewhere.
Yeah.
We have it somewhere.
So those are my 2 current that I'm working on whips. The little Japanese fan needle minder is from Cranky Stitch on Instagram. She's the one that does the cross stitch ATCs on Instagram, and I think it's Cranky Stitch. I think it's Cranky Stitch on Etsy as well. So,
I think so too.
That's where my little Japanese fan is from. And no needle minder on this one. Or just sticking it in the fabric.
Yeah, stitching in hand.
Yep. So, and I'm stitching that in hand. I kind of, and because it's so small, and I don't have a hoop that small to fit it. Steph, I need that little tiny hoop. Because that would work for that. That little tiny hoop I borrowed.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, well, I guess it's time for my whips.
Your whips.
So my big one is Old Fiddle Moonty, my Moonwink Diner.
Look, she is just going to town on that.
Well, most of these are all just 413, and I know I went and got like 12 more skeins of it. But I'm creeping up along here. This is almost to the top of the page 7. That's the page I started from here. And I did a lot of confetti. I like the fact this is actually turning into an A. I can actually see it starting to say all night. So that's pretty awesome. I haven't had a chance to work on the past couple weeks. We've been really busy. But that's progress.
She's been working late too. So.
Yeah, working late sucks. So I made some progress on that. I'm rather happy with that. The other whip I have been burning out on is Miss Mina. I am actually within 9 rows of completion on Mina since we last spoke.
And she's into the dark blacky purple.
This is what I have left over. I can see through it.
The old blood color.
Yes. And I'm in Beadpocalypse land.
Where there's literally beads on every other row, like lots of them.
Yes, look at all those beads.
It is absolutely gorgeous in person. I know it's probably not coming through that great, but it is absolutely.
You can see through it, but the hearts are starting to form. I did mess up, and I missed a stitch. Like, I was a stitch off towards the end, but I just somehow made another stitch. And everything still looks okay, so I'm going to go with that. But you can see right in here, that's where one of the hearts is forming. Mm. Yeah, you can kind of see the outline on camera. Mm. Right here. It's little hearts. Okay. And so the hearts are forming. Yes. So I can't wait.
I got to quit being a chicken.
It's, you know, I'm a little off, but as we always say, fake it till you make it. And it's coming along. I can't wait to finish this and block it.
Yeah.
Because the blocking's really what makes knitted lace pop out.
Yeah.
Right now, it just kind of looks like a wad of whatever.
And blocking, if you don't know, it's getting the project wet after it's completed, bound off, and then pinning it out and letting it dry.
Yep.
That's basically
you pin out, stretch it out. So you do it with natural fibers. So the fibers set in a stretched out position. That's what you need for lace, so it all opens up.
That's basically what the blocking is. What's this?
No.
Oh, that's my DNC.
That's in your bag, yo.
You know, stuff, things like that. Okay, so whips finishes.
What have you finished recently?
2. If you follow me on the Instagrams, you will have seen this. This is the one I started as my birthday stitch, and you guys helped me pick which one. I was between this and Knee High by the 4th of July. Mm-hmm. And this one won, and I really love coffee, so.
It's the official beverage of the Rebel Colonies. That's us.
Really should have stitched Rebel in there. The Rebel, and then put Colonies down a little bit lower. I mean, I had plenty of room.
Yeah.
But that's it. I did do some color changes right here because this white, as you can see in the door, that's all stitched. You can see it here around and in the windows a little bit, but the door, you can't really tell. And it was it was here. And then the gray of the coffee pot was a really light, and it just wasn't working, so I changed this.
Yeah.
And made it my own. I added a few more coffee berries. So.
Cute.
And the red. So. All finished. And, like I said, working on old whips to get done. And this is my, where is it? It's here. I know it is.
Somewhere.
There it is.
Okay.
This is from Java Cross Stitch. Java as in Indonesia, not coffee. She's an Indonesian designer. Al Kareem is the name of this pattern. She is on Etsy. And this is on some weird count of linen. 2/1. It's really thick, but it is done.
Pretty.
I finished that last night. I had screwed up right here, and I couldn't break. This was like way too far over, so I consulted with my husband who reads Arabic and I don't, and said if I rip out the stuff I had done, will it work?
Yeah.
And it all works up because this it lines up with that little middle piece, and then this that comes around. So I was able to get my long legs in there.
Woohoo!
It's all done.
Awesome.
Don't know how I'm going to finish this yet, but I like the feel of it. Just feel it. It's like raised.
Yeah, it's bumpily.
Yeah.
I like that.
I just didn't know how to stitch on it, and that's because it's just a weird count. Look at that. It's like, and when if you did, I have absolutely no idea, but if you do 2/2, the X is, look how big the X is going to be.
Yeah, that's some
Huge.
weird, like 20 count linen, something weird.
It's an odd count linen. So I did 2 over 1, and
It ended up really nice.
I like the way it looks. So those are my finishes.
Awesome. Well, I don't have a finish per se. I've finished small items. Let's put it that way.
Oh shoot!
So,
I should have brought. Well, I'm gonna get it while you're talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Go for it. This is a fly by the seat of our pants floss tube. Some people say they spend hours putting this together. We spent like 5 minutes. We want to be more freeform.
We made tea.
We made tea, and we're chilling out here. So Hanan and I, well, this is one of those, you get sucked into a hole and you have no idea where you're going to end up, and it can be the most magical unicorn-filled places. So I was on the Instagrams, and I came across this ad for Not Your Mama's Quilt Store, which I'd never been to. It's a quilt store in Plano. Because on top of cross-stitch, knitting, sewing, we also quilt.
Well, she does.
I do a bit.
I have since learned you'll see my finish.
Yes. But
other finish.
Other finish. So it said it was like this Christmas sampler block of the month type thing. So you paid a fee to get the pattern for the quilt and your first kit.
Which was like 19.
Yeah, it was like 20 bucks.
Something dollars.
So yeah. And then you show up, and they have 2 sessions on a Saturday, once a month. You show up, and they do a little spiel. They show you different tools that you can use for the project, and explain how the block kind of goes together. And then you get your bag of fabric to do these 2 blocks. And then if you bring back your finished block before the next month,
at the next month's
meeting, then you can get the next bag of fabric to do the next month's blocks for free. And this started last weekend. It's going to run through October.
Yeah.
So we're going to have 16 completed blocks for this quilt. And then
we can buy the other 4.
Yeah, because the pattern itself has like 20 blocks. So you can buy the remaining 4 blocks, the fabric for them.
That'll be another 20.
Yeah, something like that. Or you can just finish it off as a square 16 count quilt. So here is the actual pattern by Thimble Blossoms. It's called Vintage Holiday 2.
So ours will just be, if we just do the free ones, it'll just be...
There we go, the glare is kind of, there we go.
It'll be a square.
Yeah.
It'll be 4 by 4.
Yes.
But then we could do that, and it would be
like
a twin size.
Yeah, a whole size quilt. 58 by 72, it says in the back. But yeah, so
and
I like it.
Isn't it?
So, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 58 by 72.
It might be a little short for twin, but it's very close either way. So it's not. They're little Christmas bulb ornaments. So it's not too Christmassy though to me. Not like overbearing Santa and baby Jesus. So
No,
she was okay doing it.
I was totally cool with it. I mean, the first one we did are hearts.
Yep.
It's a heart bulb.
So I got the fabric for mine, and I just went ahead and finished mine last weekend.
She did. I can't figure. We're gonna have a little confab after we finish.
So, and again, I just try and dive into something, and then I just figure stuff out on my way. So I made sure to measure where my 1/4 inch seam allowance was on my sewing machine, just to make sure I knew, because they were saying that's important, measure that. Or I also like the lady who did the class, because she's like, you know what, if you measured wrong the first one, just keep measuring wrong the whole quilt. Don't bother going back.
We like her. She's amazing.
She's our people.
Not Your Mama's Quilt Store in Plano.
Tisha.
She's hilarious, and she was talking about needing some wine, and she looked at her watch. She goes, "Yeah, it's okay." We were like,
close enough to noon. Close
enough, and we were like, "We're gonna get wine." She goes, "I'll have some in the fridge back there."
Yeah,
and the vodka too.
I
was like, "This is definitely not Your Mama's Quilt Store," but we like her, and so.
So yeah, I did. And I mean, I'm a little off on here.
That's okay.
Like about 1/8 of an inch, but you know what? I'm not going to rip back or try and redo it again. I'm just going to add a slightly thicker border on this side and call it good. So that's one heart. I really like the stripy ones. And this is my other one. So they give you different They give you different fabric, but so that way you still have
And even the fabrics are not screaming Christmas colors.
They're just fun, vintagey style fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
Like this little heart that it's just, it says the word stitch repeatedly on it. So,
and that's what we're doing.
These are done, so they're ready for the next meeting in April. So I will take these, and they will give me my next set for free. So for the investment of $20 to begin with, we could have at least most of a quilt top. It doesn't include the borders.
Or the backing.
Or the borders, binding, backing, none of that. But for the basic quilt top, that's really not bad, and we'll see if we can keep it up.
$20. Okay, so that's what we did on last Saturday. Mm-hmm. Sunday, I had signed up to take a Learn to Quilt class at Joann's. Now, I know the lady who teaches, and she is an avid quilter. She's won awards and stuff. From the
quilting guild and
from
stuff.
the quilting guild. I mean, so she is a quilter, and she taught the class, and she was pretty impressed with my square. I was impressed with my square too.
Awesome.
After I finished, I have discovered that I can't cut a straight line even with a ruler and a rotary cutter.
Nobody can. Okay. You just kind
of. So she's just like, don't worry about it. It's close enough.
Yep.
Anyway, so this is the block we made. It's an X. Mm-hmm. And if you put the next X, it makes an O, so it will be like the X's and O's quilt.
Cool.
I could have put it together and it would have been an O, as you can see. You flip these two.
Flip it and it's an
O.
Yep.
But I chose to do the X. Everybody else did the O. I didn't want to be like everybody else.
Yep.
There were 3 people in the class and they were all making O's. I was like, no, I'm not making X. So made my X. It was really fun. Mm-hmm. Doing like these squares was like there are 4 piece squares here.
So is that the one where you put the squares on it and then you sew and then trim?
And then you trim. Yeah, it's so cool. She's like, okay, we're gonna draw a line down the middle and you're gonna sew across that middle and then we're gonna cut them. I was like, what?
Yep.
That's scary. But it really wasn't.
Fine.
So
yeah.
I am thinking that I want to make a whole X's and O's quilt now. Mm-hmm. I think it would be totally fun.
All X's. 3 X's in a row, triple X.
It won't be 3 X's in a row because when you put another X over here, it's going to make an O.
In my mind, it was.
So, and I like my color choices that I chose for this one. So, I'm thinking, because I've always loved, and Annie knows, like, even from the very first quilt show that we went to together, I've wanted to do a red, gray, and white, black and white quilt. So,
those are such a great color combination.
So I'm thinking I might do an X's and O's
in that type of fabric.
In this colorway, and go with it. I mean, these were fat quarters, and you can't always find the fabric to match the flat. The yardage of fabric at Joann's to match. So I do have this. I might just turn it into a little
wall hanging placemat.
Candle mat, whatever.
Whatever you want.
Yay!
Yay!
So, I've officially learned to quilt.
Well, you've learned to do patchwork. You've learned to do quilt tops.
I've learned to do quilt
The actual quilting is the process of shoving needle.
That's true. I've learned to do the piecing.
Yeah.
And we chain pieced everything, so that was
chain piecing is awesome.
It was a little nerve wracking because I was like, what if I catch the end of it? But I didn't.
Then
I didn't.
It's all good.
I didn't join them together. One of the girls in the class, she actually overlapped the 2 corners and got them together. I did not do that. So I was proud of me.
You just kind of see a little gap and then shove it in there. It's awesome.
It was so much fun.
So, we don't have any FFOs.
No FFOs, unless I showed that thing that I've been meaning to show, but I'll do it next video.
Yeah, she's already gotten up. We've already gotten up a couple times in this video. Y'all seen us in motion, so. Well, today we have lots of loot.
We do.
Lots of haul. Mainly because we went on the Lucky Charm shop hop and the Dallas Quilt Show. And then there were a couple things that came in. You gotta get. Why do you have to get up again?
You gotta get up in because you gotta grab my bag over there because it's got all my crap from the.
Sad. Pause.
I should just pause.
Let's just pause. We're taking a commercial break right now.
Okay.
So now I'm just gonna sing.
Okay, we're back.
And we're back. Yay. Okay, Hanan, we're going to start with our stitchy haul, more cross-stitch and embroidery type stuff, and then we'll move to our haul from the quilt show and the shop hop. So go for it, Hanan.
Okay, so let's start with the bunny.
It's a lot. Get a cup of tea and chill and settle in, guys.
Michelle, she commented on how much
haul we have. That's okay. It's gonna taper off here next weekend. We're gonna go visit Sherry and we're gonna go visit Needleworks. So there'll probably be some haul from that. But then after that, it'll taper off a little bit until my birthday, maybe.
Yeah. I've ordered some stuff. Well, we'll show off our Nashville Market stuff when we get back.
Oh, I already got mine.
I haven't got mine.
I ordered one thing, and you'll see it in a bit. So
I haven't got mine yet.
Okay, go for it, Hanan.
Okay, so Needle Minder of the Month Club by Down Sunshine Lane, which I think I'm going to cancel, because they're just so big. They're just huge. I got this chocolate bunny with a pink bow.
I want to bite his butt. He's chocolate.
I want to eat it.
That should be a great question for our commenters. Do you eat chocolate ears first or butt first?
I eat ears first.
I eat butt. I like the cottontail or the feet. Because sometimes the ears, especially the really long ones, they're like really tasty, especially on the chocolate marshmallow ones.
True.
That's how I attack them bunnies.
True.
But anyway.
Okay. So I went to our local an LNS called
Creative Stitches.
Creative Stitches.
Yes.
And they had some ink circles, and I got Reflections of Paris.
Paris.
Because
look at that.
It's just gorgeous.
Because
I already showed you guys I got Reflections of London, but I liked Paris too. And again, I don't know why I just didn't buy on the Stitch Away.
But, you know,
I didn't.
Sometimes you look at something and you're like, I'll get it later, I'm not sure, but then you decide to get it like 6 months later, so it's all good.
Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month was Ada, and I have switched to, it's 16 count Ada in Apple Tart.
Very pretty.
It is very pretty. I have decided to switch to linen now that I can read
Stitch on
it.
linen.
So,
awesome.
That's that one. I did get the Pam and Steph already showed these on there, so I'm just gonna hold them up here. I got Pampas by Picture This Plus fabric, and it is 28 count Lugana, which I think I'm just gonna keep the Lugana for my, who is this?
Crazy Annie's.
Crazy Annie's, yeah. Crazy Annie's thing, and Dapple.
I like that.
They're nice big pieces.
How big are those?
These are 18 by 27.
Okay. So
yeah, they're good size pieces. So, I'm very happy with those. We couldn't pass up anymore.
We blame, I blame Michelle Bendy for this. Because she mentioned that the Victoria motto skeins were 20 yards. Seriously?
20
yards! What?
And it is a DMC, it's a DMC base.
It's overdiced.
So we know that it is good. I got the primitive. I chose primitives. I got salmon pink, which she says the conversion is 3779.
It's pretty.
Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? You can see there's like some purple or mauve-y color in there. Just gorgeous. Southern Belle, and there is no conversion. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of blue jeans.
Kind of. The color on the screen is not the color it is in person. It's hard to see. On the screen it's coming up like powder blue, but it's not at all powder blue. It's like more denim-y.
It is very pretty. My Potpourri. There's no DMC conversion.
Sort of a mauve kind of.
Barely pink. And it is literally barely pink. I'm sure if I put it on something, you would be able to see the pink in it. It looks mostly white. It's barely
just a
pink.
Hint of pink. It's awesome.
Copper Rose. I just love that.
That's pretty.
Copper Rose. Absolutely beautiful.
It's like a pale coppery color. It's really beautiful.
And there is some variegation in it. And then Prim Blues. And they're, again, the last couple, no DMC conversion. So I'm in love.
Those are awesome. Very reasonably priced, I have to say, too. The lady was really sweet.
And she was fast.
Oh, yes.
She was super fast. She got us in for this month.
Yeah, because I think we both, well, I did it on March 5th, and I saw where she says, okay, she sends out the invoices on the 1st, shipments go out on the 5th. And it was on the 5th, and she's like, do you want this month? And I'm like, sure.
Yeah.
Then, yeah.
She was super, super fast because I did mine on the 4th. She's like, I did it. I pulled the trigger. I was like, oh, I did too. And she's like, which ones did you get? Like, I got the Prim. She goes, I got the regular. So you'll get to see hers.
You'll see the regulars here in a bit. That's okay. Hanan's got a lot more haul, so don't even worry about it. You might forget about it by the time I come around.
Yes. It's coming. I got, I ordered from
Stitchery Express.
Which
is sweet. I like Cindy. She's fun.
Yeah, she is fun. I saw these two things paired together. This is Metamorphosis by Ink Circles and this fabric. I do not think I will stitch Metamorphosis on this fabric. I love Metamorphosis, and I loved this fabric.
Take out the fabric, see if we can see the whole piece.
Yes.
Yeah. Because this is gorgeous.
It is so... It's pretty, but I would not stitch Metamorphosis on it. What I am going to stitch on it...
This is my idea.
This was Annie's idea. And I already had this. The little stitcher. The Wise Old Witch is going on this fabric.
That dark brownish black on this, I think will be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. And then maybe in like a rustic type frame.
What's the name of that? Because it usually has the Autumn Fairy.
Autumn Fairy
is what it's called. Fabric Flare, they're all digital printed, not like hand dyes or stuff.
Yeah, so you can see it's white on this side. So these are printed fabrics, and this is called Autumn Fairy.
Yeah.
So
it's the same ones that did my on the last one, that my We the People fabric.
We the Peepee?
We the Peepees.
Okay. So the Wise Old Witch is going on.
We're not so wise.
Yeah.
we're just witches.
Is going on here eventually with something. I'm gonna kind of wait and see what I get in my modern folk. Not my modern folk. My Victorian Motto thread.
Yes. You want to see about a thread conversion?
See about maybe doing a thread conversion.
Just to see
if I get something. If I get something dark.
That's really speaking
or I might just go look on her.
Shop around,
because she does have others. Okay, so I showed Metamorphosis, and I showed that fabric. What do I have in here? Oh, yes. Okay, because no pattern can travel alone.
Buddy system.
Yeah, you gotta have two. I got Little Red Riding Hood by Prairie Schooler. And I have been wanting this forever, and then everybody started stitching it for the EAP Sal.
Yeah. Ah, yes.
The Master and the Macabre. So.
It's more like the moon with the mustache.
You know what? This might look good on that dapple.
It might.
That I just got.
It might.
You know,
very pretty.
So, and she sends her stuff really nicely, and
well, who was this again? Cindy? Or?
No, this was I can't even remember who I bought these from. I looked in the Master and the Macabre. I was looking for the Master and the Macabre. Was sold out on 123 Stitch because all y'all. And and then I was just like looking, and I did the the shopping, and I found this random cross stitch store. Anyway, I found it, and I was like, okay, so I thought I'd try, and she shipped really fast. So
awesome.
It was like an individual. Okie dokie. I got birthday cards. I got a birthday from April at Mimi Louise 4195. My birthday ATC. I'm still getting these in the mail. So this one I thought was really cute. Cross stitch ATCs. So was very pleased with that, and she included this really cute little birthday note. She wrote me a little note on the back of this.
Aww.
So that was very, very sweet of her. I got that. And then I do not have the birthday. Oh yes, I do. From Darla KY Stitcher. She's so sweet. Sent me this ice cream with some sparkles.
Ooh.
Birthday card. And this floss, I love this floss. It's called Banana Split?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And it's by Carrie's Creations. Carrie's
Nice.
Creation yarn or floss.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of a yarn that I used to have.
Hmm.
Or probably still do in my stash somewhere.
So pretty, though.
It's just
Very pretty.
gorgeous. I don't know what I'll stitch with that, but
Something.
something pretty.
It will happen.
It will. And then Christine at Stitch All the Things. This is your fault. Because she is stitching the burlesque zombie. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't. I need to see
Okay, the burlesque zombie is in here, and there's not a really good picture of it, but hers
that. Wow, that looks
is
awesome.
she's stitching this, the burlesque zombie,
Mm-hmm.
and hers is amazing. And I went on Amazon, and I found this, and it is a old library copy that somebody either stole and sold, or it was at a used book sale, library sale. And it has all the patterns. It's got Ready Set, the rat race, a keychain, a key fob, or wallet. It has got some cute guys in it. I love this pig.
I love humans.
I love the pig. Love it. So it's got some interesting patterns in it.
Fun stitches.
Fun, interesting. Oh,
A
prick
finger.
your finger. Prick your finger.
It's a disembodied finger.
It is. Look at that.
Banger.
It is hilarious. Oh, this is Ghost.
Yeah. Oh, that looks.
That
cool.
is. Let me see if I can find it. I gotta show you guys this. I love it. I absolutely. Look at this. It is a skull. And the kids with balloons make up the eyes and the mouth and the nose of the skull. Love, love. And then there are birds flying up here. Oh, love this. We'll probably stitch this.
Yeah, that's pretty
because,
epic.
wow.
Just the skulls.
And, okay, then the last thing, I went a little needle minder crazy. Because I was looking for an Edgar Allan Poe needle minder because I don't have one and I wanted one. And so I looked and I found. And my Raven, the book, one, it broke and I was sad. So I needed a new one. So I found Mad for Minders on Etsy. And I found these TVs with I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, those old television sets. I found a Frida. I found my Edgar. And she sent me a free
little heart one there.
Lollipop with a bow. Whatever.
Yeah.
It is. But, yep. Minder crazy. I did. And all because I was looking for me an Edgar.
Yep, you're looking for your Poe boy.
I found me a Frida. So I might be using her on my primitive.
Of course.
Because I gotta stitch the punch needle and primitive stitches Frida.
Yeah.
Barbara Anna design. That is absolutely fantabulous. Oh, there's a stick right there.
Yep.
And that's it for my Stitchy haul.
Stitchy haul. Okay. I can go over mine. First of all, Victorian motto. These are the regular monthly threads, non-primitive. And these, I love these. These were so much fun. So my favorite right here is Old Salem Spell.
Which, that one, I may order from her individually to do the witch in.
Yeah, because this would make the witch really beautiful. It's like a bluish black, but kind of slightly faded.
Let's do a little floss toss.
Floss toss there.
Toss floss.
Alright, I will talk about my other ones here.
You go ahead while I
this
toss
is
floss.
Tropical Wonder, and it's kind of it's like a medium type green. Very pretty.
I don't know, I think it needs to be darker.
And then Blarney Green, which is pale green. It's like a almost minty type green. Tahitian Floral, which is a pale pink, and it has some variations in there.
That is
like
really
dark
pretty.
Dark and pale pink. This one, Coastal Seaweed, and this has a little bit of brown in there, like algae, like algae and stuff.
That is gorgeous.
And the last one is Shades of Coral. And it kind of has some coral, a little bit of rust in it.
That is so
just
pretty.
Really pretty variation.
They're just not coming through in this lighting. It's
yeah,
gorgeous.
it's
What do you think?
I don't know. I think it would look pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, I may have to be ordering me some Old Salem.
Yeah, Old Salem Spell.
Old Salem Spell to do my witch.
Oh gosh, like this would be the perfect color to do so many different Halloween primitive stitches. Really awesome stuff. So
Yeah, maybe order me one of those.
maybe order a new one.
I mean, 20
hold this.
20 yards.
20 yards of skein. That is epic. Because I know with my other floss clubs, sometimes I'm worried about running. You want to substitute it, but then you're like, if it uses a lot, you're not sure if you're going to run out. So 20 yards. And then if you do 2 at a time, that's 60 yards essentially. You can do a lot with that.
Yeah.
So this
40.
is
20 plus 20 is 40.
No, it's 6 strands.
Oh yeah. Sorry, never mind. Math.
So this is the only thing I ordered from Nashville stuff, mainly so I could get this cute little free Autumn Spice pattern, little chart with it. But these are the new Classic Colorworks colors.
They're pretty.
They're really pretty.
What's in there? Oh, your needles.
The needles. And this is Nature Trail, kind of a pale variegated
You order these
green.
from
Cottage Needle.
Oh.
Pine Needles. It's got dark piney green. And my favorite, the Autumn Spice, because it's all orange and pumpkin-y and stuff. Look at that.
What you saw
is not what it looks
is
like.
what it looks like. It is
You
absolutely
can see them all lined up there.
gorgeous.
And then I got some, since this was coming from the Cottage Needle, I went ahead and ordered some Pat's favorite needles to try out. I haven't tried them out yet, but I will try them out before next floss tube and let you know what I think, to see if they're Annie's favorite as well. I don't know.
I like my John James Petites.
I like all sorts of needles, so I'm not gonna limit myself.
I'm in love with my John James Petites. I really am. I have to say.
So, my next one, I got out of work a little early last week. It was an employee appreciation day, and I feel like I needed some appreciation. So, me and my coworker Cassandra went to Creative Stitches, which is pretty much the only
And she going crazy.
LNS within the Dallas area, because the other one's not so local. It's over in Arlington. So, and then I had
Cassandra has gone. She's gone to the dark side deep.
Well, can't talk too much. She might watch this video.
You've gone deep, girl, deep.
So I went. Of course, I like to go pattern crazy because I like the patterns, and then I'll figure out, fabric and floss later. But at least I have the patterns. So first one I saw, Witchy Moon. This has been in my Etsy wish list for a while. But isn't that pretty? Just on some orange fabric.
And who is this
with
by?
a solid. This is, who is this?
Elizabeth?
Dames of the Needle.
Dames of the Needle. Oh,
Yes.
So pretty.
And then I had to get, this was a Plum Street Samplers. I had to put a lot of patterns back because I'm like, I can't get all of these. I need to pace myself here. This one, I love this. A Ghoultide Welcome to Thee. And it's a spooky Halloweeny house with a little witch. And she has a pretty nice house for being a witch. It's not the shack in the woods anymore.
She got a horse and some birds.
She's got some crows, pumpkins, All sorts of pretty stuff.
It is a Ghoul-Tide welcome. It's really pretty.
Love this.
Call it. You did good.
That's a pretty one. And then, of course, it's in ink circles. I think Top Knot Stitcher was stitching this one, the chalkboard mandala. I wasn't really into a lot of the mandalas, but this one just looked really fun to do. So I got that chalkboard mandala, and then I just asked to see their fabric selection. And then I came across this fabric. And so I'm thinking this is going to be perfect for that chalkboard. And it is
reading a kind of red, but this is a vibrant...
Super pink.
Super pink.
It is Picture This Plus Diva in cashel linen, 28 count. But it is like searingly dark hot pink. It's awesome.
Stitch it in white?
Yeah, and I'm going to stitch the chalkboard mandala in white or some off-white and go to town.
I think it will be absolutely... I want to stitch it now.
It's going to be awesome sauce.
I want to stitch it too.
So,
I think I should.
You should. You should maybe.
I should.
Don't steal my pink fabric though. You gotta stitch something else. Nope. I'll wash it. I don't care. So I got my color and cotton one. So my coworker Cassandra and Hanan both got theirs, and they got this apple tart color. So I was expecting to get apple tart, but no, I actually got this instead because I signed up for any color.
It looks gray on this can.
Yeah,
now it looks more brown, more tan.
It's called Rose Water. It's sort of a tan, but with a slight hint of rose.
It's pretty.
It's gorgeous. This is Belfast linen, 32 count. Cut.
And I have switched my color cotton to linen.
So yeah, I love this. I think I'm gonna do the Ye Olde Coffee House on this fabric. So I think that will be really pretty. But I signed up for every color, not just brights, not just neutrals. And so she tries to alternate. So if you got a bright the month before, you'll probably get a neutral the next month. So
I need to. I could have swore I said any, but I keep getting bright colors.
You keep getting bright colors. Whoops. So, and then my last little, this is my last little stitchy type thing.
But she actually ordered this when we were on my birthday trip.
Mm-hmm. I ordered this because apparently not a lot of people are carrying this, and I even had a hard time finding it in stock online. It is 99 bottle. It's not just called 99 by Ink Circles. Look at all those beers. 99 bottles. And they are all different. There are exactly 99 of them. And she actually lists what beers actually are all of these. Like you'll see Sam Adams, there's Rolling Rock, there's all sorts. The Red Stripe. It's pretty awesome. So I think that's going to be, we'll put it over by our bar area, over by our liquor cabinet. And I think that would be really cute.
It'll look really good there. It really will. So awesome.
I believe that is it for my stitchy mess here. So I guess we need to move on to our quilt show stuff. That's not all my stitchy mess. I better get all my stitchy mess back.
Yeah, you have the rest of your stitchy mess.
All my stitchy mess.
Okay, so we went, like I said, like she said, to the Notre Mama's quilt store last weekend and started our block of the month Christmas sampler thingy. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm into EPP. I really enjoy it. And she had these Sue Daily kits on sale, on clearance. And it's a starter kit with all of these, you can do all of these patterns in it. You get the, if you want a fussy cut, you get the acrylic, but you also get the paper pieces back here. So I'm kind of excited to play with those, and there's several different, you can do the ones on the front. I'll pull this out so you guys can see. You can do all the ones on the front, and then these on the back.
Very cool.
So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that was from last weekend when we went to the
did our block of the month.
Started our Christmas sampler thingy, Dipperdilly.
Mm-hmm, Dipperdilly.
Uh-huh. And then today during the
shop hop,
she'll show the kit we got
at
Notre Mama's. I think Nope, I can't even show the pattern. It's over there. So she'll show that. We both got, we got those yesterday. We went at different times. We did not go together, but they knew who we were.
Yeah.
Because I was told your friend's already been in. I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, yeah, I know.
Yep.
She told me. She went on her lunch break, and I went when my husband got home from work yesterday to get the bench pattern. We bought the kit there, and we're really glad that we did because we think theirs is the best. She'll show it, and you'll see why. So
essentially, it was just a little Lucky Charm. They call it the Lucky Charms shop hop, and there's only 3 stores participating because this is the weekend of the quilt show, so a lot of the other stores are really busy. But when you participated, you got a free bench pillow pattern at each store. Pattern.
So this one is from Happiness is Quilting. Happiness is Quilting, which is it's kind of cute. We did not buy their kit, but we did get their pattern. I might change it up a little bit.
Honestly, I'd be happy with just the patchwork. I don't need a big word that says happiness. I'd rather have it say tacos or donuts or coffee, something like that.
Right. And then at, what was this shop called?
That was
the Stitches with Love, which they were really sweet. We enjoyed them. The other one?
Happiness is Quilting.
Happiness is Quilting. So much felt. So much felt.
Yeah.
And so I've got to dig out my patterns. And that's what their bench pillow is. And I was thinking not to do it on a gingham fabric, but to do it on a solid and then make the sewing machine in blacks, like an old Singer. And then do maybe another color for the floating out hearts. Those are all individual hearts. The lady who did it said it only took her an hour and a half to hand cut. She did not use the Cameo to cut those. Hand cut all of those little hearts. So
not so much for me.
Yeah, not so much, but I just thought it was cute, and I have an idea. So so that was what we got there. Oh, and at the sewing machine, Happiness.
No, that's Stitch from the Heart.
Stitch from the Heart.
Stitch with Love. Stitch with Love.
I did not buy anything in Happiness.
No, you didn't.
I did not. But at Stitch with Love, I bought these 2 little Moda. These are 2.5 inch squares. There are 42 little squares in here. I bought 2 of them. I bought Wanderlust and the Front Porch. I'm gonna do some hexy mug rugs. So that'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
So that was the sock hop, and then at DFW Fiber, or no, not DFW Fiber Fest.
Dallas Quilt
the Dallas Quilt Show. We walked and walked and walked.
Crashed on benches, walked some more.
Crashed on the floor, walked some more. So the first thing I got was, God, I can't remember the name of the shop, but there's they're there almost every year, and they have vintage postcards.
Printed on fabric.
Printed on fabric, and this is 1 pound flag brand roasted coffee, and we have all of the. This is the vintage postcard.
It's stamped like printed
stamped
on
here.
Fabric.
That's that, and then all of the felt to finish it, and the floss, and then of course the patterns in there too.
And then you basically kind of frame that, or you can...
Or you free hang it on the wall from a hanger.
Something like that.
And, us and coffee, we are coffee queens. We drink tea a lot. We were thinking we might do some coffee reviews as well.
Yeah, we're thinking if this tea sucks that we just make ourselves coffee.
Yeah, I picked up some Nespresso.
Some new pods.
I picked up some new pods from Nespresso yesterday at the Nespresso store, and I also got some. We were talking about doing some of the recipes, Nespresso recipes too.
Nespresso recipes.
Okay, then I got this crow pincushion. It has a little key in his mouth. So cute. And then again, it comes with everything you need, including...
It's like little wool felt.
Including the key.
Oh, the key? Oh, that's cute.
The key. The key is in there. Look at that.
That is cute.
Alright, when I saw that the key was in there, I was like, okay, I gotta get that.
Yeah.
And I bought a little pocket penny needle case that comes with absolutely everything you need to finish it, including, I love these scissors.
Tiny
Sharon,
scissors.
remember you gave me them in pink? Now I got them in yellow. I was so excited. Then, while we were taking a break, sitting on a bench.
Yep.
It was really breezy right there because the air conditioner was like blowing a gale.
Mm-hmm.
And it was blowing the curtains where the quilts hang. It was blowing it open, and I could see this fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, we need to go over there one day because I want that fabric. And so when we got up and went over there, I go, do you have this fabric for sale? She goes, that's yours if you want it.
Yep.
It's a yard. I said, I want it.
That works.
So this was what was hanging there, people.
It's pretty epic.
Take a gander.
Feast your eyes on this glory.
It is so pretty. You've got the Katrina. You have got the guy, the dude.
He's wearing a poncho.
Oh, you even got a little Frida-esque one down here with her flower crown.
Mm-hmm.
Right down there. So cute. This is in the style of Modern Folk Embroidery Jacob's Katrina.
La Calavera Katrina.
Yeah.
The well-dressed skeleton.
Yes.
Well-dressed corpse.
She's beautiful. Love her. So I saw that hanging there and had to have it and
got it.
Got it because I'm thinking project bags.
Yep.
For us.
Mm-hmm.
And then she showed me this one, which is also dancing skeleton girls, burlesque type skeleton girls.
They're more like aristocratic.
Well,
right
she's an aristocrat. Then you got one dancing the can over here.
Woohoo.
Got some doing the tango. They're just absolutely.
You have to really look into this fabric to see it.
Yes, you do.
It's not as blatant as the other fabric was.
It is not. Let's see if I can find one to really. Where is my dancer? Where is she? Oh, here she is. There she is. You can see her.
Yep, I see her.
The can dancer. She's about to do a kick.
Yep, kicking her leg up.
And she pretty. So again, project bags.
This will be like the liner for it.
Well, I'm thinking I'll do two. One in the black and one in that, and I'll get something at Joann's for the liner.
Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy. Thinking maybe a 12
Mm-hmm.
for the liner or something, and then maybe something bright, like with polka dots or something.
Yes.
Yeah, for that one. And then
awesome.
I'm going to attempt to do the clear front.
Awesome.
So
that'll be fun.
it will be fun. I'm excited.
Woohoo.
And that is it. That's all my haul.
So
I did avoid the Fabric Cafe this year.
yeah, they're a store that they sell little rolls of 3 yards of fabric, 1 yard of 3 different types of fabric that you can make like an easy little quick quilt top with.
Like a little lap quilt.
Yes, and you get like the pattern for free, and they're reasonably priced.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's like we've cleaned up in years past. We got one a year. I was like, I'll get one this year. I'll get one this year. So
I bought
kind of backlogged.
I bought several for different things, and I was thinking about getting one to do a rag quilt, getting some to do a rag quilt this year, and
Nothing really.
Well, there were things that struck me, but I've got so many of those rolls because every year we buy 1 or 2 because we find something that's really cute.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the past we've really found really cute ones we could not
resist.
We couldn't leave without them. And so I think I bought 3 last year.
Yeah, something like that. I think I bought the same.
I bought the cats and the Western print and one other one. I got 3 that I just could not leave. And so I resisted this year. I'm so proud of me. But I'm glad I did because then I found my Day of the Dead.
Yes, and so you got to spend money on that instead.
Yes. And my wool felt stuff. So.
Yeah, that is pretty cute. So, for the Lucky Charms shop hop, this was the kit for the bench pillow pattern that they were giving away. It's called Dropping Dimes.
And those are the colors in the kit.
Yes, those colors are great, and it has like little birdies you can put on, and it just looks really cute, stitched up and everything.
It's on her. She's got a little bench couch in this shop, and it said it was sitting on there. And when I walked in last Saturday and saw it, I was like, I love that pillow. I wonder what the pattern is. And then she was talking about the
shop hop,
and she talked about the bench pattern, and she said that's it out there on the thing, and I was like, I want it, and so we got it.
Of course, had to get it.
We both bought the kit, and as you can see, it is really, you saw the other 2 patterns that we got.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the one that we bought the kit for, because
I think that it's overall the best option.
One.
The others they're okay. I guess they're a little old lady-ish, I hate to say.
Yeah.
They're a
little more old lady.
Yeah. And not very modern and fresh and fun.
But that one,
yeah, so cute.
I'm so excited to do that one.
So, we just saw it this year at the quilt show. I don't know if we're paying more attention to it, or there really was more, but there was a lot of red work, black work, embroidery type stuff for quilts.
Tons and tons of it.
So the first vendor we saw there sold red work, and then I saw these, which are quilt blocks, but stitched in red work there. Of course, you can stitch them in other colors, but the red work one really struck me. And these are I just got the templates to print them on whatever fabric I want, because they were selling ones with the pre-printed ones, but I'm like, I want to pick my own fabric. So I'm just going to get the pattern for today.
It was really cute. And we saw a technique that we had in one of our sit-down sessions. This lady sat down with us, and we were talking about the coloring. There's a thing out there in the quilt world.
Apparently popular this year.
It's pretty popular because we saw it in many the vendors there.
Yeah.
Where they have a design and you color it, and well, I guess you stitch it, then you color it, and then you set it with wax paper or something. They're absolutely gorgeous. And when she told us how it was done, I was like, wow, I got ideas.
Yeah.
And because I have a Day of the Dead adult coloring book that I am thinking would turn into a really, really cute quilt. Yeah. With that technique.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is when back to the shop hop. I found this as we were leaving Happiness is Quilting, and I think I've had this in my Etsy wish list for a while too. Cute. Logo Revolutionaries Happy Camper. It's a little embroidery thing, because I love...
Look at that. I just love all the
little details and stuff. I love vintage campers anyway. I hope to own one day.
We saw a wool felt pumpkin...
jack-o'-lantern
it was a little teardrop camper that was... It was a pumpkin. It was jack-o'-lantern. It was so cute. I was like, we should buy one. Cute. We should buy one and paint it that way.
Oh my god. And he's like, yes. Way freaking cute.
It was so cute.
So another store, as opposed to down from the red work, was black work. And they had lots of fun barns and everything, but I had to get this one. The Beautiful Covered Bridge, Signs of Life series. They had like an old water pump, like the outdoor water pumps. And windmills and barns. But I just really liked this covered bridge here. Old cars with
66.
Yes. Like, I just really love that covered bridge. So I had to get that. I'll stitch it up. That'll probably just be a wall hanging. They had a whole series of them, but I was just like, let me pace myself here. I also got the Flag brand coffee. So Hanan and I will have matchy coffee things.
We do that a lot. We don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
She lives at her house, I live at mine.
Yeah, exactly.
We have the same taste, what can we say?
So this one, I've gotten some of these before where these are like the old vintage postcards printed on fabric that you can then sew into panels, quilts, whatever you want.
You got the finishing kit too, right?
I think I did, yes.
Yeah, okay.
These are American quilt blocks, 4 4x6 quilt blocks to do basically wall hanging. This is Halloween set 2. I have Halloween set 1 done at home. But look at these. These are
the paper moon ones.
Yes, these are witch ladies. Look at her with her little sassy skirt. And I like it says Halloween greetings. The clock is striking midnight. The witch her spell will cast. All fairies, ghosts, and goblins will be conjured from the past.
She's your needle minder.
Yeah.
This one is your needle minder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On my full moon tea, I have her as a needle minder.
Yes.
This one, I like the creepy moon looking at her from the back, because of course moons and moon faces. This one, the Halloween lantern. At 12 o'clock you must be ready and hold your pumpkin good and steady, for by its rays of candlelight on Halloween Eve all things are bright.
Did you use iron on?
No. You sew these on.
So why is there...
You peel it
Okay.
off, yeah. And then this one, greetings at Halloween. Look at her. What's it say? Greetings at Halloween. The time has come for the witches' dance, and the spooks from far and near will gather and make merry, for Halloween is here. And it's from 1912.
This one is also a needle minder.
Yes.
On her full moon tea. Just by the way.
Yes.
I just looked down there and was like...
Oh yeah, I love that print. So I've wanted these for a while. There we go. Another Halloween with a moon, and this lady's flying by. Let's see. On Halloween. When the world is wrapped in slumber and the moon is sailing high, if you peep between the curtains, you'll see witches riding by. And I actually think I have... Bella Stitchery does a pattern.
Of that one. Yes, she does.
And so
this
I have
one is
that one.
This one is one of her full coverage.
Yes, one of her full coverage pieces. So, totally had to get those. And that's something I've wanted for a while, so I'm like... Usually,
She's
if
like,
it's
I want
something...
the ladies with the moons. I don't see it. I go, I do. It's right here. She goes, it's way down there. I go, well, here, let me enable it.
I was like, it's so far away. Yeah, for me, if it's something I've wanted for a long time, I don't feel guilty about getting it in any way.
Me either.
Because I'm like, sometimes you'll have those impulse purchases, and then I'll step back and be like, I don't know about that. So the Witch Parade, they also had a finishing kit with all the fabric and the floss.
She got that herself.
So I bent down to get that myself. So went ahead and got that, and I believe, is that all of my...
I think that's it.
I think so. I did get some goodies unlimited.
Oh yeah, we both
That's
did.
just soap. It's one of a lady we know,
From
Audrey.
Oklahoma.
Yes.
She's
Aubrey?
now living Aubrey. She's
Aubrey.
now living pretty much full time in Pennsylvania. So her daughter has taken over the manufacture of said soaps and Atomic and everything bomb.
Yeah. These are all natural soaps and different products.
I got two too. I'm not gonna dig them out.
Company's goodiesunlimited.com.
Mm-hmm.
They're not all non-petroleum based, but I always, like, they're at the quilt show every year, and I always have to stock up on soaps.
Quilt Show and DFW Fiberfest, they've started coming every year. Are they on the list this year?
Yes, they're going to be at Fiberfest this year.
So, it's really great stuff. They do...
A solid lotion bar. This one's peppermint tea tree, because I'm like, after as sore as my feet were today and everything, mint usually is, like, really stimulating. And so
and cooling.
And so it makes me feel better.
Yeah. I got 2 bars of soap. I got the charcoal, and I got my husband his eucalyptus tea tree that he liked. So
my husband loves lavender. Actually,
and my daughter my daughter wanted everything balm, so I got her a little tub of everything balm.
Yes.
It's amazing stuff.
It works on anything. You have bug bites, you're sore, you just rub it on, and it's awesome.
Their Atomic, which is the base of it is their everything balm, but it has capsicum in it.
And arnica.
And arnica.
Arnica cream. So
it's really, 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 really good for like sore muscles. Annie said she was rubbing the Atomic on the bottoms of her feet when she was in Italy. And she was out walking a lot, and I did that for where did I go to in the summer?
Colorado?
ISTE. The ISTE convention.
It helps a lot.
We were tons and tons and tons of walking, and your feet get really sore, so every morning I would rub my feet down, put my socks on, put my shoes on, and go. And she's right, it works. And
your feet are kind of like soft afterwards. It's like your feet may be sore, but they're not as sore. And you know, it just.
And I would rub
really
those, then rub it on again in the evening and sleep with it on my feet, and then repeat, wash and repeat.
Yeah,
the next day. So it was awesome.
So
Annie was right. Great tip.
Do it. So that is, I swear, that is all of our haul. I think people think we just buy stuff.
I think they do because that's all we do.
Recently, yes. It's going to taper off, but except next weekend, like I mentioned, we're going to visit Miss Sherry Stitching with the Dachshund. And we'll hit up her needlework store and possibly the Chupacabra, which is a bar. And then find wherever that big red margarita is. Maybe go get that because it's awesome.
I think this is like a Mexican restaurant. We may have to have some. Well, if we're going to go to the Chupacabra and have booze, and then we're going to go there and have more booze, we might want to eat something.
Well, taper off, you know. Eating's optional.
So, no, it's not. you gotta have, the booze has got to be absorbed somewhere.
Yes.
I did get a couple things at Half Price Books, but nothing to really write home to Mama about. I found a complete Mill Hill kit for $1.99. We're going to hold off showing that because I think we decided we're going to do it as a Christmas in July giveaway. If we're still doing flosstube in July.
We will. You can't get rid of us that quickly.
And then I found 2 or 3 quilting EPP books.
Oh, awesome.
That make miniature quilts. And I like fiddly stuff, so.
Yeah. Her nickname's Fiddly Shit.
It is.
It's Fiddly Shit.
So
I was hoping on her Tudor Rose name tag, I was hoping she put Fiddly Shit. But
I might put Hannah Fiddly Shit.
Fiddly Shit.
And when they go, what's your name?
Fiddly Shit.
It's my name and my nickname.
Exactly. I respond to both.
I do.
So, plans.
Plans is to finish my name tag for the Tudor Rose. Maybe break out some more of my. I have the Plague Doctor. I would like to.
Get back to that.
Get back to that. I have been torn about my Jane Osborne sampler that I bought. And I had a discussion with Robert. Robert is the one, he's from the attic. I do not remember his last name. I don't even think I've ever been told his last name. I just know he's Robert. He's the guy that does all the fantastic sample stitching for the attic in Arizona. He is leading the attic's sampler year-long stitch along that they're doing this year. Or that anyway, he's leading it.
Yeah.
He's the person to contact if you have issues.
If you derp.
Yeah. So we were discussing. And he said, I have started samplers and then got
bored with them.
And I will just take some of the motifs and turn them into pincushions for using for my other projects.
Yeah.
Or my wife uses them for, I guess she's a sewer too. And so he's like, don't feel bad about starting a sampler and not finishing them. He's like, if you look at a lot of the samplers that the reproductions, or the samplers that reproductions are made from, some of them are complete.
Yep.
And he said, that's fine. Yeah, don't feel bad about it. She's like, if you've done so much and there's still fabric, just cut off what you've done and turn it into something else. Frame what you've done. Do what I do. Turn it into a pincushion. And I was like, okay, you're not making me feel bad about this. So I like that.
No guilt.
No guilt. No shame in my game. So I think Jane is she's not going to become a UFO. I will
be finished in a different way.
It'll be finished in a different way. And because I'm really not liking the fabric that I'm stitching her on.
Yeah.
So I like that. And Kim at the Stitch Niche helped me pick out my first sampler, and I really appreciate that. But I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited about my Amy Kahn piece that's a new release by Hands Across the Sea. So I'm waiting for that. That's the one with all the bright, the beautiful teals and just gorgeous. It's absolutely. When I saw it, I fell in love with it, and then I fell in love with it even more when Fiber Talk guy went around to all the different rooms and he showed it, and he was like scanning down it.
Yeah.
There are little giraffes.
Oh, that's cool.
There are little giraffes down there. I'm like, oh my god. I love it. Well, I'm so glad that I told Crazy Annie that that's what I want, and I feel really, really bad that Well, she didn't let us know until the people at the guild knew. I did not go to my guild meeting for
February and January.
I didn't go December, January, and February.
Yeah.
To the guild, and so I didn't know that she was doing that you could just call up the shop and say, hey, I want this. I didn't know. I had no idea. They had just taken over the shop. I didn't know if they were even going to Nashville.
Yeah.
So I hadn't heard. So Crazy Annie was not her, the other Crazy Annie.
Too crazy.
Was sending out these, Nashville preview things and updating this website that she had with all the things, and I saw that and I was just like, oh my god, I gotta have it. And then I saw it in the attic, and I was like, oh my god, I have the attic newsletter, and I was like, oh my god, I have to have it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it went on my to buy list. And
that's part of your plans.
So that's my plans.
Awesome.
And to quilt.
Yes, I've got to apparently teach her how to. She knows how to quilt. She's just scared of these blocks.
I'm scared of. I don't know. I don't.
What's it gonna do?
Well, see, I keep looking at the pattern and going, I'm not sure what sizes I'm supposed to cut. That's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem, is that I can't read the pattern.
Okay.
I think that's the thing, is that reading the pattern is my problem.
You're not so literate.
I can read, I just can't read. I can read a knitting pattern, I can read a crochet pattern, I can read all these patterns for cross stitch, I can read those. Quilting patterns, there's a learning curve, so.
Okay, it's not so bad, but I'm going to have to teach Non how to read, apparently. I never learned to read.
My dad's cat.
Your dad's cat. I won't put you in the corner. So I'm going to get back to get back to Full Moon Tea and work on him a little bit.
She's gonna burn out on this. I've still got this. I'm gonna be honest.
Mhm. You haven't worked on it at all.
I haven't put another not
even a little effing stitch.
And I'm gonna be even more honest.
Mhm.
I don't think I'm gonna.
You died with it. You're dropping out. You're tapping out. Can't handle it.
I'm just not ready for full coverage, and
you can put it in a corner until you are ready. I mean, there's no
it's
shame
there.
in that.
It's there. I have the floss. I have the pattern. I'm good.
Yeah.
If I want to pick it up, I can pick it up. But right now, I'm thinking I was all gung ho. Yes, let's do it. And because I love it. I love the Moonwing Diner, up all night or open all night. Love that. Think it's great.
Well, there's so many other things to stitch.
There are.
And sometimes you have trouble focusing. Not you, but people in general. I do too. For right now, the Moonwing Diner,
it's looking great.
It's keeping me interested in filling in, like, especially if I get bored with the confetti, because the confetti gets annoying sometimes. Sometimes I just want to stitch, just let me sit here and stitch things. Let me stitch 10 by 10 stitches. And I'm happy with that.
She's like all 413.
Yeah, it's all 413. You might have like a stitch that's something else, but then just skip over that. So right now, that part I'm happy with, and I will continue to work on it until I'm not happy with it, or if I need to take a break.
I burned out on. Not burned out. I to zoom through Yale Coffee House because I was determined to stitch on linen successfully. And
you did.
And it was my birthday start, and I wanted to do it. I did not start on my birthday. I started it way after, 4 days after. I started on the 26th instead of the 22nd.
That's fine.
But I love it, and I enjoyed stitching it. I'm not enjoying Moonwing.
And you may go back to it, and you may start to enjoy it later. There's no telling. Sometimes things have to go in timeout. Like most of these Haid designs and stuff, I don't see people finishing them really quickly.
No.
That's something you pull out every now and then when you get the Jones in for full coverage, and then you put it back somewhere. It's okay. There is no shame in that. However, this is just what I'm focusing on right now, and I'm having fun creeping up the side here.
Those two needle minders.
The two needle minders.
Are those two postcards.
And I believe those were from the Cottage Needle too. So I'm enjoying just stitching 413 a little bit. I will go back to do some confetti probably later tonight, because I'll probably be up stitching. And
that's my plan.
And then go back to 413 a little bit.
WB's apparently not going to come home till 1 a.m. So.
That's fine. Good for him. keep the menfolk away for a while. So I'm going to work on that. I still have my sweet office. I have a little bit left to do on that. I'm going to try to finish that up so I can get that bad boy framed and put in my office. Or maybe sewn onto a pillow. That sounds fancy. How about a pillow?
For your office?
Yes. I have a chair in my office.
That would be cool.
So yeah, pillow. I've got a blanket in there, so it's all good. So work on that. And then since Hanan did a birthday start, I'm thinking of doing a birthday start. I just haven't decided what yet. I was actually thinking of a half-a-ween, like halfway to Halloween, so towards the end of April, going into May. It's also a time of Walpurgisnacht, and that's exactly 6 months away from Halloween. So maybe we should start like a Halloween style or something.
I'll do a birthday stitch with you.
I have a lot of the Prairie Schooler Halloweens, so
I have Nevermore. I would like to maybe start that.
Nevermore would be nice. I might do Hocus Pocus.
Oh, I like
Hocus
the movie.
Pocus. Yeah, so both of those. So that might be something I stitch later on. I'm trying to also get through Dracula because Sherry totally beat us to the end of Dracula.
Oh yeah, she picked it up and was like,
Zoom! Done. Yes, Sherry, you're embarrassing me. I've worked too much. I've worked too much recently. I know.
And then I've just got to pick up my Mina and do it. I got the lifeline in. I'm okay.
Yep.
And
I've got 9 rows left to go on Mina. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be done.
I should just say, okay, like Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. That's what I've decided.
Okay.
Wednesday, I'm going to do Mina.
Do it.
So Wednesday morning, text me and say, just put Mina.
There you go.
That'll be my reminder. And
start Mina.
Alexa, remind me to start Mina on Wednesday.
What time Wednesday should I remind you?
9 a.m.
Is that 9 o'clock in the morning or in the evening?
A.m.
Okay, I'll remind you Wednesday at 9 a.m.
All right. The wiretap has reminded her. Start Mina. I don't have to. I'm off the hook. Yay.
You might still. Anyway.
So I got 9 rows of Mina. I'm gonna finish that. I'm gonna try and finish it before next flosstube, so we'll see, and get it blocked to show off, and then make some more progress on Full Moon Tea.
And we'll see how far I get in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Because once I sat down and did it, that part, I did it, all of that, like in a day and a half.
Just use your lifeline and use your frickin' stitch markers.
Yes, Mommy.
Use them. Do it.
I will. I'll listen to Maggie.
Yes, listen.
I'll listen to Maggie.
So, those are our plans. So, we should do shout-outs at the end.
Shout-outs.
As always, Sherry, Stitching with a Dachshund, Maggie, Craft in Korea, Crafty Angie. Love her. She's fun.
Funny.
Yes.
Who have I watched? I watched Helga. Bendy Stitchy has been talking about Helga. And so I finally went and watched. Helga restarted a while back. She'd been a floss tuber and then had some really negative stuff happen or something.
Aw, sad.
And I started watching her new videos. I kind of like it, kind of digging Helga.
Awesome.
And other than my regulars, I really haven't been watching anybody new.
I haven't had much time.
I watched Christine. Watch her stitch all the things.
Yeah, stitch all the things.
I've seen a few of her videos. She's okay. That's it.
So, yeah, it's about the same. East Coast Crafter. I need to catch up on. I think Top Knot Stitcher posted something, so I need to catch up on her.
We watched Maggie Craft in Korea today when we came here from the quilt show.
Yep.
Laid down on the floor.
And Duda Tamad.
Yeah.
So, those are our shout outs. Also, Sherry Stitching with a Dachshund started a hashtag Texas Stitchers.
Oh, yes.
We want to see who all is in Texas. We know a few of y'all. We've made a Facebook group.
Texas Stitchers. It's me or her will approve you if you ask to join. So if you are in Texas and you want to join, it's Texas Stitchers on Facebook. Hashtag Texas Stitchers on Instagram.
Tag your stuff. We want to see you.
Tag your stuff. Can you pull up your picture of your license plate? It says Texas Stitcher Annie.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
You
little
pull that.
splash screen. If you follow us on Instagram, the Stitchin.Misfits account, we have a Hanan has been making little badges that you can put on your profile if you'd like. This is Texas Stitcher. Whoop.
Turn the brightness down.
There we go. Let me turn my brightness down here. This is Texas Stitcher Annie. And you can request one from us. Feel free to request one.
At Stitchin.Misfits, and I will. It takes me about 2 seconds, literally, if I remember. Sorry, Augustine
Stitchy Possum.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Stitchy Possum.
she derped.
I derped. I did. I admit it. I didn't attach, or it didn't attach. Googled me or something.
Yeah.
Google again. Haha, gotcha.
Gremlins.
Something. But yeah, I can make you one. I'd be more than happy to. Just send me your first name or whatever you want to be on your
badge.
On your badge, and I'd be more than happy to send you one too.
There you go.
If they're fun to do, and I enjoy doing it. Somebody was like, technology, I'm really impressed. I go, it doesn't take me but a couple of seconds. I go, I already have a template. I have a template. I just throw it in the thing and put your name.
Good.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it takes me. She's like, no, you don't understand. I'm technology challenged, so I'm really impressed with this. I was like, okay.
Okay.
I'll take your impression.
Yeah. So that's where we are as the Stitchin' Misfits. Please follow us on Instagram.
Grab your mug.
Grab my mug. I think I'm almost out of tea, actually. We're going to Clinkies to
out.
close out. Signing off.
Signing off.
Y'all have fun. We will see you in a couple weeks, and we'll see you, Sherry, sooner.
Yeah, we're coming.
We're coming.
Are you ready?
You ready?
Scary.
You ready for this crazy?
This is all kinds.
Bye.
We're classy now.
We're so classy with our tea. We're not. We're not even remotely.
Bye.
All right, bye.